Hey guys, hope you and the families are doing well. I'm going to teach you one of my favorite trading setups for swing trading and day trading that I call the In Morello, intraday mean reversion long. To help teach you the In Morello, I'm going to take you through my entry on Rocket Lab from August 25th, 2025. Market Search are today's video sponsor. If you're interested in a discounted trial, you'll find a link to that in the description and the comment section below. So let's get straight into it. I'll give you a high level overview, then we'll start going through some of the nuances with the In Morello and what I look out for when I'm looking for these intraday mean reversion longs. So we have the daily chart of Rocket Lab in the top left, overlaid with the daily chart of the triple Qs for a comparison, and then we have the intraday 5-minute charts for Rocket Lab and the triple Qs. And we're going to be specifically focused on what happened in the trade identification of the In Morello, but then also from a trade management standpoint, I'll take you through what I like to do from a trade management standpoint with these In Morellos. So first and foremost, okay, the entry for Rocket Lab is at 9:56 Eastern time. That's on this bar here as the high of this 5-minute candlestick, which is the 9:50 to 9:55 5-minute candlestick, all Eastern times, okay, as the high of that bar is taken out, and you can see that the MACD is positive. Now on the MACD, okay, I'm using custom settings, 629, okay, custom settings. I'm not using the standard settings because I want the MACD to turn a bit quicker with these intraday mean reversion longs and give me a confluence as well of when price is reclaiming the 5-minute 6 EMA, okay, which is the orange line on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so then what happens is Rocket Lab takes out the high of this 9:50 to 9:55 Eastern time bar. My entry is then on this candlestick here at 9:56, and you can see that the MACD is positive. Not rocket science, okay, really simple, but there's a couple of things that I'm doing to identify this, and I put a significant weight on intraday relative strength. So this is where this video is going to get quite advanced quite quickly. Okay, I'll put the tutorial video for In Morello somewhere in the comment section for you. I'm going to focus on some of the details, some of the nuances, some of the advanced concepts with In Morellos. Okay, what do we see happen for the triple Qs from 9:45 to 9:50? That's this bar here. What do you see that bar is? Okay, it's a constructed bar, right? You may have seen the last YouTube video where I'm talking about shakeout demand tails. Okay, hammer candlesticks, Takuri lines, doji dragonflies. This is a hammer candlestick at 9:45. Now you may say, okay, but is there any relevance to that? Well, take a look at this, okay? Price up for the triple Qs at 9:45 on that hammer nearly goes and makes a new low of day. Okay, LOD, new low of day. Look, it flushes right down to this level. Okay, now if we look at Rocket Lab, does Rocket Lab get as close to low of day? Not really. It doesn't really budge to the downside. Remember, this bar here for the triple Qs, at one stage, it looked like this bar. Okay, it looked like this when it was on the lows, looking like it was going to take out low of day, and then the algo stepped up and started buying. But Rocket Lab didn't even go that low. So, okay, there's a little, and again, these are the details. Okay, these are the details. These are the things to be dialed in on if you want to do this at a high level. So I'm observing there that, okay, that's interesting. Rocket Lab didn't flush as close to low of day relative to the triple Qs on that 9:45 5-minute bar. And then what happens on the 9:50 bar, okay? On the 9:50 bar, compare the strength of Rocket Lab. And again, it is in these small details. Okay, if you want to get good at this trading malarkey, it's in the details, guys. It's in the little details. Everything at a high level is little details. So take a look at this, 9:50. Look at the strength of this bar for Rocket Lab relative to the strength of the bar at 9:50 for the triple Qs. The triple Qs, again, is a hammer type candlestick. Okay, it's a hammer type candlestick. Yes, it's red, but it's still a hammer bar, and it's actually an inside bar relative to the prior bar. So I got interrupted when filming the video, so I'm going to carry on here. We were talking about the 9:50 bar, okay, and the triple Qs forming that inside bar at 9:50. However, if you contrast the strength that we see with Rocket Lab at 9:50, it's actually able to reclaim the 5-minute 6 EMA, which is the orange line, plus the 5-minute 21 EMA, and also take out the high of the prior bar at 9:45. So it's actually closing above the 9:45 bar. It's closing strong as well. Okay, it's a bullish candlestick relative to the triple Qs. And this is where you start getting the In Morello signal, the intraday mean reversion long. Price is reclaiming the 5-minute 6 EMA. And we've also got a bullish MACD signal starting to develop on the custom MACD settings, 629. Okay, so then the turn happens quicker relative to the standard settings. So what we're starting to see then in this time frame is at 9:45 we were talking about the triple Q flushing near low of day, then the inside bar. But hang on a minute, 9:45 for Rocket Lab, it doesn't flush anywhere near as low towards the low of day as we see for the triple Qs. Okay, bit of positive divergence there, some strength. Then at 9:50, the points that I was just making, able to close above the 9:45 bar, reclaiming the 5-minute 6 EMA and the 5-minute 21 EMA. Strength of that candlestick relative to the strength of that candlestick. Also, you can see how far off the triple Qs is from high of day at that close of the 950 bar. Okay, it's here to here, okay, that distance, whereas here it's a lot closer if you start thinking about distance. Then where my entry is at 956, okay, so it's on the break of that bar when I start seeing this bullish divergence coming through, this intraday relative strength coming through. And how I've got my trading monitors set out, the 4 of them, I'm watching about 80 stocks intraday. So then I start to see them turning, starting to provide these Morello signals, and I'm dialed in and going, okay, which stock is the strongest? Boom, Rocket Lab, there it is. Okay, now Rocket Lab then gives me a further confirmation of strength. Okay, because then if you're looking at this bar here, which is the 955, okay, Eastern time bar, look at the strength of this, okay? If we just keep that high of day plotted for Rocket Lab, look, it's able to power through high of day. Look at this, look at the pop in the volume coming through in there. It's able to power through high of day and close up here. Whereas the triple Qs on the 955 bar, it's not yet breaking out through high of day. Okay, it's basically just under its high of day. So Rocket Lab is then giving me further confirmation of strength here. Further indication of intraday relative strength. You see these little details. Okay, these are the little details. So then what I'm doing is going, okay, Rocket Lab is literally powering out the gate here. Okay, it's powering out the gate here. Look at the strength here relative to high of day. New high of day ground. It's all the way up here. Triple Qs is still here. So then what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to then ride, if I think it's a shorter term tactical environment, so then what I'm looking to do is ride this 5-minute 6 EMA for part of the position. And then I'm looking for a close below the 5-minute 6 EMA and then a move down through that 5-minute 6 EMA. And preferably as well, there is then intraday relative weakness starting to appear. Plus the stock is up over its 20-day ADR percentage. Okay, so the exit you see here, you close below the 5-minute 6 EMA. Okay, and then I'm looking for the breakdown through there. And you can see how the MACD has then gone bearish. And at that time period as well, okay, if I just circle this area in here, okay, so this is where Rocket Lab starts closing below its 5-minute 60 minutes, and that period in here. Okay, note the negative divergence. The triple Q is basically trading tight sideways above that 5-minute 6 EMA. A couple of what I call shakeout demand tails. Generally, the MACD is still bullish to that point. Then it starts to cross. But you can see Rocket Lab crossed back over here. Rocket Lab has also been up off of its low of day. So from here to the high of day, 12.58%. Now, why is that relevant? Because it's up about 1.66 times its 20-day average daily range percentage. Now, I think of the 20-day average daily range percentage of how much fuel is in the proverbial fuel tank, pardon the pun. Okay, how much fuel is in that fuel tank? How far could this stock go? As I punch the microphone, how far could this stock go? Well, the 20-day ADR percentage gives me a really, really good indication. 7.67% has been the average daily range percentage for Rocket Lab over the last 20 days. So when it's gone from low of day to high of day, 12.58%, which is 1.66 times its 20-day ADR percentage, 7.67%, that fuel is out of the fuel tank. So then when it starts closing below the 5-minute 6 EMA and you start getting the negative divergences that I was talking about, they are sell signals for me. And then it's rinse, repeat, go do something else. Go find another trade. As the famous book says, or the really good trading book says, one good trade. Make one good trade, then one good trade, then one good trade. Sometimes you want to be a swing trader. Sometimes you also want to be an intraday day trader. Depends on the market environment. Depends on the type of stocks you're trading. Depends how the trade unfolds. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed that video. You've learned a lot there in terms of Morellos, but really then diving deep in terms of some of the nuances from a trade identification standpoint, but also from a trade management standpoint. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the support on the YouTube channel. As always, I look forward to seeing you in a future video.